to chapters 3 and 4. Let's move to some events happened in chapter 3. At the beginning of chapter 3, you have a description of a girl, which is Sylvie. This girl, Detective Freeze, and the other man in the kitchen were talking about. They were talking about this girl. They thought that maybe this girl has something to say about the formula. Okay? Why? Because Sylvie was a roommate of Beth, a friend of Beth. Okay? Here, if I say describe Sylvie, you will say she was about 27 years old. She was short. She has brown hair. Her face was round and bright. Okay, but she looked sad when she came to Simon's table. Next, we have the scene in Tribulus restaurant. Okay, look here at the picture. You can see first Simon Dicker, and he was trying to order. Okay, and in front of Simon, you have Sylvie, the waitress, and at the other part or the other side, you can see four men sitting on the bar. So let's remember what happened. There were four men sitting around the bar. All of them were alone, but three of them only were older, and they looked like Tivoli's regular customers. So three of the four people were older, and they seemed to come daily to the place. But only one person looked strange. Yes, let's remember who was that man. He was one of the policemen, right? Okay, let's complete. The fourth man was younger, about 30 years old. So he was about 30 years old, like Simon Dicker. He had his coat on, and there was a tall glass of cola in front of him. He looked up every now and then to look at Sylvie. So he was watching Sylvie. He was at the restaurant to follow the girl. And on page 20, you can see on the left two people, Simon Dicker and Sylvie. And of course, the dog Rocky. Okay, what happened at that moment? Rocky was in the back seat of Simon's car. He jumped up and kissed Sylvie's face. So, what was her reaction? She screamed and she was surprised first and shouted out. What did Simon say to the dog? He said, Rocky, Rocky, sit down. I'm sorry, that's my dog. Okay, so he justified what Rocky did to the girl. He said an important sentence, which is, he doesn't like to be left alone. So if I say describe Rocky in any question, you will answer like that. And as usual, you have important words in chapter 3. Number 1, you have the word scream, which is a verb and a noun at the same time. As a noun, it means a shout, and as a verb, it means to shout. Number 2, walked past him means walked next to him, next to a person. Number 3, throw, opposite, pick up. 4, trouble means problem. 5, watching someone means following someone, following his movements. 6, roommate means a friend. 7, called means name. If I say he is called Ahmed, means his name is Ahmed. Bartender means the one who serves drinks on the bar, or the barman or the barwoman. Next, the word bit, which is the small piece of anything. The last word, regular customer of a restaurant or a cafe, means someone who always comes there daily or every day or, yes, continuously. Okay? And as for chapter 4, first you have a picture of a lady, middle-aged woman. She was standing and trying to point her shotgun at someone. Let's remember who was that man. Yes, this was Simon Dicker, and he was trying to raise his hands in the air. Okay, why? Because before this moment, Beth, this girl, should or shut one of the headlights of the car and then one of the tires to do what? To kill them? No. To kill Simon and Sylvie in the car? No, of course. She wants only to slow the car down. So if you can see here Beth standing, you can describe her easily. So here is a description of the girl on the page 22. We will say that Beth, she is short woman with red hair, holding a shotgun, walked into the light coming from the car's headlights. She pointed the gun at Simon and she said, "Don't move." And at the same chapter, we can easily describe Beth's uncle, who was Uncle Lou. Okay, so on page 23, we will say a big man with long gray hair, a mustache, and a beard walked out of the darkness from behind the car with a shotgun in his hands and he began to pet Rocky. So this was Uncle Lou. Uncle Lou appeared suddenly behind them while they were talking. Who and who and who? Sylvie, Beth, and Simon. They were talking about why did Beth shut the headlights of the car. And he started to pet, yes, to pamper the dog Rocky, and he invited them to talk in his cabin. And last but not least, we have important words in chapter 4. Number 1, the word cabin, which is the small house mainly on roads or in the mountains. Number 2, the identity card means a card with your personal information on it. So if you have a card with your name and your picture on it, it's your identity card. Number 3, point it, it's a verb. It means to set the gun against someone, to forward your gun against someone to threaten him or to kill him. Number 4, government agent means one of the police officers. So, in chapter 4, Beth assumed that Simon was a government agent. Why? Because he had the identity card of the man following Sylvie. And he said, "No, I'm not Terence Tolliver. I'm Simon Dicker, and I have another identity card in my pocket. Look." Okay. Number 5, the word surrounded means to have something all around. Okay, so the place or the cabin was surrounded by tall and thick trees. The last word, the word purse, means a woman's wallet. If you are a man, you will have a wallet in your pocket, but if you have a purse, you are, okay, of course, a woman.